Okay, that problem's solved. And now I need a link to share with people. I do not know where I get that from. How do I get that? Maybe it's just on my YouTube page. I'll pop back to the camera. Yeah, that's right here. Okay. And got that. Let me send that out to people online. I'm pretty sure you can't see any of this. If you can, that'd be bad. Hopefully you just see my camera. And yes, that is exactly what's happening. Okay, cool. Well, hello. I will, take some time to wait for people to come in. I'm gonna start tweeting out some stuff. I'm streaming. Okay, well, I think that is mostly it. I think we're pretty much set up. So one, I'm assuming probably won't have a lot of viewers. That is quite all right. I am mostly just doing this for my own sake. I figure I can stream and just kind of throw this together. Let me try to stop distracting myself. I can look here. I can see the chat. So if someone does come and say hi, nice. I am listening to music that you cannot hear, just for context. Share this to my Discord group and say, okay, well, I think that is most of the invites pretty much sent out. Sent it out on Twitter, sent it out on Discord. That's about it. And here we go. All right, well, I am in the process of learning how to use Blender better. And for a very long time, I've kind of put it to the side, and I have decided I need to actually do well at that. So if I pop over to Blender, this is probably where we'll be spending most of the time today. I want to just basically improve my skills when it comes to what I'm doing here. If you have any questions, whether it is about Blender, I can give you information that I may know, but I'm not a pro. I will be reading tutorials as we go along because that is kind of what I need to be doing. But if you have any questions or just want to talk and chat, I am here for that. It's 2020, almost 2021. So I just, yeah. Seriously, I haven't streamed in so long. It's been, wow, probably maybe 4 or 5 years since I've streamed on a computer. I used to stream Minecraft and podcasts back in the day. The thing that I want to learn to be better at in Blender is specifically I don't know if they're called nodes or whatever, but hey, welcome Ender Dragon. Good to have you in chat. Yeah, I'm not really good at the textures, right? I want the textures and the lighting in terms of the material consistency is the kind of stuff that I want to be better at. I can do a little bit of the modeling, but even to be fair, I'm not really good at that either. So my plan is to have a lot of tutorial work up with me. Yeah, I've used Blender in the past. I actually did a branding project one time with a YouTuber named Corrales. And let's see. It's on my YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pull this up. So I've done some work in Blender before. Let me add a video source. Add window capture. And then I'm going to add, I just want to make sure, I bet this is going to like pop up as I'm streaming, right? I got to be really careful when I click here. This one. Nice. And then I guess, what, can I move this? There we go. Look at this. This is what it's about, honestly, for me. Perfect. Okay. So I made this in Blender in the past. I don't know if that actually played in full frame for you, but it's just basically a bouncing 3D model head. I'll send the link. This is some of the work that I had previously, but anyway, let's close out of that. How do I? Perfect. Again, I haven't streamed in a really long time, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, things that I want to be doing. Blender. Glad you liked it. I am trying to look for. I'm, quite literally Googling tutorials right now. So this isn't necessarily advanced glass shader in cycles. I do know, okay, so that's one thing I don't know. There is a rendering engine that apparently does not work on. Oh, maybe it does work on my GPU. No. GPU compute. Oh. Okay, I guess they added GPU support for cycles. That wasn't added originally inside of the Mac version, so this looks okay. This looks like a decent tutorial. So yeah, I need to start learning how to use nodes. I need to work on like dispersion and subsurface scattering, reflection, absorption, and that is really like way out of my depth, but this tutorial looks good, so I'm gonna start digging around in this, or at least, kind of looking through it. So first, let's say we're gonna stick with the default cube, and everyone deletes it. We're gonna stick with it because that's not really my focus today. My focus is let's make the actual product look good. Hello, Pantone Cake. Yeah, I think inside cycles, I shouldn't have a problem rendering. I could, if I use a different rendering engine, so let's say I switch to Eevee or something, it just won't look the same. So that's kind of my the only downside. But I really have. What's your project? Today I'm just experimenting with shading and texturing and all of the node-based stuff. I'm quite literally not doing anything else. So I don't even plan on, maybe I can make this shape a little bit more interesting, right? But let's do that. I can click in here. I'm going to be, I really have very little idea what I'm doing, just to reiterate. I'll say that one more time. I'm a noob. Let's kind of click around, move some stuff. Then there are things like this. It's like, it's not technically right. I need There's like the bulge. Okay, do a little bit of bevel. Let's do some bevel. Hey, Luke. Yeah, I'm mostly just testing. I'm experimenting with some stuff inside Blender. Okay, bevel. See, I don't even know how to use these tools. I've watched tutorials in the past. You know, the donut tutorials and stuff. Not really not really remembering how to do a lot of that. Sculpting is what I'm looking for. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let's make this brush a little bigger. What is this? This is clay strips. Clay. You know what? That's a good enough shape. Again, I'm not trying to get too much into the shape. I'm mostly focused on doing the shading and lighting and everything like that. So let's spend our time there, where we're actually trying to focus. Try and move this a little bit out of the way. I'm not sure exactly where to put my noggin, but I'll leave it over here. Okay, so there's first refraction and dispersion, and this is for glass. If anyone has, I did link in the description the music that I'm listening to. It's just a YouTube video. It's like jazzy rain cafe stuff, and I like it, so I figured I'd keep that. Okay, but I didn't want to play it on stream because it's not worth it to me. I probably won't keep the stream up. You know, I'll probably just delete the video or make it unlisted when I'm done. So. Now the cool thing, what I love about streaming is, like, you know, I can just capture a window. So I can have something over top of Blender and you don't see it, which is so convenient for me. So you have to pardon me. Most of this isn't meant to be entertaining. It's just me working. If you have anything you want to chat about, welcome to. 2020 has been a year, right? Crazy year. Let's see. Setting up lighting. ARP-GI for 3D map. Yeah, I'm total noob status here. You know, it's really unfortunate. Like, intellectually, I know a lot of how this stuff works, but I actually don't I don't know how to do it, and that's kind of like basically the bridge that I'm trying to get over is get away from not knowing how to do things to actually being able to do things. So I have my cube selected. This is like shading. I am looking more for not rendering. Maybe it just is inside modeling. This person has like a different view open. I can promise you right now, this is just me goofing off. It's really, you know, Probably should have practiced a little bit more, but this is basically what I was thinking. I'm not going to do this if I don't commit. That's what I'm here for. I'm committing. Hmm. Shader editor. Okay, so there's the graph editor, which I know is like... Go back here, let me... All right, let's see here. I'm going over to Blender Guru tutorials. So I have to do it. It's what I have to do. I have to do it. Basement. Modeling. Luke, I don't really know what I'm making right now, to be honest. I'm kind of just trying to like get like some textures and like lighting and modeling and stuff. Like I want to be able to render things that look real. You know, like I follow a lot of artists who do some really incredible work. Um, you know, they're making 3D designs that are fluid simulations or particle simulations, things like hair or whatever, like completely not real, but they make it look real. It's realistic lighting, and they interact with each other. They bounce off, and so I love that stuff. So there's like more the artistic side of it, but then the practical application is like if I'm designing a product and I want to present that product, or I need to model something or whatever. Let's say I've modeled something in like let's say Fusion 360, which is like a CAD program, and then I move over to Blender to render out like what that product should look like, or how it should do things. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to get to. I am not there though. That's kind of where I'm at. The steps from here to there is where I'm at. The UV editor, that's not what we're going to be using. We're not using the... Maybe we're using composite? So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to download, actually, you know what? I have a... Yeah, sure. I will just save this. Call this Blender. And make a new folder in here in Blender. Okay, I'm gonna save that. And then could have sworn I had a Blender file that I downloaded recently. Yeah, okay, let's open this one. I think this one will be a good starting point for me to start identifying what needs to go on. So for context, this is someone that I follow on Instagram. And they basically pre-built this animation. It's like a little like egg essentially. So there's like a yolk inside, and then like the whites are kind of like liquid and moving around, and there's like light reflecting off of it. It looks really cool. I just have no idea how it works. I see here, you know, so I'm in, what view am I in? See, like, I don't even know. This is a journey of discovery. Okay, so I'm in the shader editor, which makes sense. I am designing shaders, so I have my like physical model, and then I've applied a shader over top of it. I wish I could. I wish I could see like the actual render of it. To be honest, I don't even know how to find it. Yeah, see, I don't even know if cycles is supported. How sad. Try it on CPU. Okay, so I'm here. I'm in the render engine. Scene is viewing camera. I just don't understand why I can't see this. Yeah, because I can come back out. I can come back over here, and I can view. Whoops. Interesting. I clicked on one and now it all disappeared. Is it just because I zoomed somewhere? There it is. This is a different one. This is what for the egg yolk? Egg white. Yeah, see, they all have different ones. I don't know how to. I'll make this easier. I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone. I'm trying not to like add a bunch of things. Let's see. I forget their name. Not this guy, no. I saw it on. I originally found the post on Reddit. And basically what they do, you know, they just have circles and then they like post well, a sphere, they post a different shader over top of a sphere every day or regularly. And I just thought it was so good. I just don't remember their name. Jerry Lou? No. Oh man, I mean, this guy does great work. I'm gonna pull his profile up. Just, it's not the same one. Maybe it's one of these guys. You? No. No. Oh, this is a perfect example. So I'll pull it up here. Luke, are you still watching? You have plans for New Year's? What are you up to? Luke's one of my buddies. If any, well, I guess for everyone, my friends, viewers, you have plans for New Year's? Okay, I'm going to add this window. Going to be a browser window, and it is this one. Okay. You're gonna eat chicken wings. That sounds like a good idea. All right, let me bring this in. So this is like an example of the kind of stuff that I want to be capable of making. Not that I necessarily want to be making this. So like this is a 3D render, right? Someone basically understands, they just know how to do this. Now they are using Cinema 4D. I'm using Blender, but the same stuff can be accomplished here. Maybe with a little bit more elbow grease. No meat starting 2021. Oh, I respect that. If you do that, just make sure you're taking vitamin B12. It's really important to have B12 to help process foods. If you're not taking in any animal product, it's pretty easy to be lacking in B12. So this isn't the thing I'm about to, like, a thing I'm kind of pulling up isn't something that I'm doing right now, but this kind of expresses what I'm trying to work on, like this, for example. This is like meant to be whether these fabric kind of rectangles, and then there's this glass rectangle hovering over top of it, and it's just looks so good. So okay, yeah, one, there's like this, like a specific aesthetic kind of style that I like, but the more utilitarian side of me comes and says, well, oh, this is a perfect example. Look, rendering out a product. Now, one, this is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous render. I think that's so great. This person's username, you see it right here, FJG_3D. So this is like a perfect example of things that I would likely be doing, right? I enjoy product design, so I would like to be taking a product that I'm designing and then making a 3D render of it. That's kind of where I'm trying to get. Today I'm just working on making something transparent and understanding nodes a little bit more. That's kind of where we're at. So let me start going along in here. modeling more. Great. So there are videos like Blender material nodes explained in under 30 minutes. All right, well, let's see. So we're looking at the egg white here. What was the egg white 2? There's egg white 1 and egg white 2. Are they both showing? There's our egg. There's the camera. There's the backdrop. But it froze. Blender froze on me. See, Luke. Happy New Year. There it goes. Okay, so this is like, I guess, the start of what we can see here. Let's go into the camera. This is the camera view. Awesome. We pull out the render. This is using the CPU. Can we use GPU? See, I don't think Cycles can use the GPU. Such a shame. At least not on Mac OS. It's one of the things that's most frustrating to me. I guess that's kind of like where something like Cinema 4D comes in. I could see myself using Cinema 4D, but I don't like. I don't know. Blender is a very widely supported program, and I love that it's open source. It makes me happy. See, if I render an Eevee, it'll render a lot faster. I just don't think it'll look right. My point exactly. Let's see. But this is basically like what I'm mostly looking at. I just don't really know. All right. Well, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna switch this. I'm gonna link a video, and then I'm gonna watch the video. And if you want to watch that video, I don't know. I'm gonna link it. This is the video that I'm gonna start watching. I'm just gonna I'm gonna be clicking through here. And seeing kind of what I need to be paying attention to. Clearly, I need to read more of the documentation. I think that's one of my bad habits. I'm actually going to write this down right now. One of my bad habits is when I am working on a computer to tend to not read things, right? Because I'm sitting in front of a screen, so I figure, hey, I should watch a video. And it can only go so far. I think at some point in time, I need to be essentially equipping myself just by reading documentation. So I've been streaming for a little bit already. You know, I'm mostly just kind of swinging by to say hi. I think I'll be posting a video. We'll go back to cam. I'm just gonna talk. And I may sound very relaxed, but that's because I'm listening to that soft jazz music still. So, I'm moving at the end of the month, so I'm hoping to have another video out before then. Maybe 2 if I can squeeze them out, but we'll see. Realistically, I think just 1. I have to move. I'm applying for jobs. I'm still trying to find something that kind of works for what I'm looking for right now. So yeah, I feel like this year's been really interesting. You know, I moved out to Pennsylvania for the year, and that was kind of kind of a weird thing. I've been in Los Angeles for the past 3.5 years, so moving out to Pennsylvania again to spend time with my family has just been a really big change of pace. Obviously, COVID. So at this point in time, I'm kind of ready. Moving out to California again. Going to be in the Bay Area, and I'm going to be working on a bunch of new projects. I feel like I am closer to actually like completing things than I have been in the past. Sometimes I have a tendency not to complete things, which is something I'm aware of, but I don't know. Like, I'm aware of it. It's just I have a lot of ideas, so I kind of stick. I go to another idea and then another idea, and then I'm completely off topic. So this is something I've been working on. It is a basically grid dot paper stamp. So take a fresh piece of paper, blank, take the stamp, then I stamp down, and now I have grid paper. And the reason I made this is because I have, grid paper notebooks that are nice, but the grid is everywhere, and that just drives me insane. Because I really want some blank space sometimes, so I don't have to stay locked to the grid as much. So with this, I can just decide whenever I want grid paper, I have grid paper. That's something I've been thinking about making a small batch of, maybe 100, and selling them if people are interested in. I don't know if they will be, but if I'm interested in it, I'm sure someone else is. So that's pretty exciting for me. It's kind of like my first product, I guess. But that's kind of it. I was hoping that I could accomplish a little bit more on stream. I think really what it comes down to is I need to watch some more videos, read some more documentation, and actually just sit down and apply myself. It's not very easy doing that when I am not really allowed to stream other people's content. So until I'm at a point where I have the tools, I have the understanding of the tools enough that I can start to figure out problems on my own, I think realistically I shouldn't be trying to stream it. Yep. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I will be posting a video some other time soon. And yeah, it was fun for what it was. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, and that's about it. Okay. Goodbye.